Hi, I'm Monnie Aleahmad, your host on Train Talk, where we talk with a lot of interesting individuals about their lives, their passions, and what makes them human. So, join us, because we're all riders on this train called life. Thanks for joining me on the train here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first question, just right off the bat before we get into anything, who are you?
Well, my name is Cali. I'm an actor and a comedian and an influencer.
Very cool, very cool. So what got you into acting? Because is that like the main art form that you pursue, or would it be more being a comedian or more influencer?
Right now it's kind of a mix, but It started out as like just acting. I got into acting because I actually used to be a cheerleader, and then after I found out that movies were fake and that they were actors, I was like, I actually want to try this. My mom was like, okay. And my first audition I ever got was actually for a horror movie, because I wanted to be like, I want to act in horror movies, so I got lucky there. I did the audition, I got a few callbacks, I didn't book it, but I'm like, you know what? I like this. I want to do this, and now I'm here.
That's so cool. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the comedy thing then. So as a comedian, like, how does what inspired you to get started there? Like, what is that like for you?
Well, I used to do comedy at the LA Comedy Connection Theater.
Oh yeah.
Improv.
Heard of them? Yeah.
And
love improv.
We used to go to the Comedy Chateau sometimes, where stand-up comedy is. And I met Felix, and then a few months later, well, actually about a year or so later, I heard about the America's Got Talent auditions and that they were looking for comedians. So I sent in a tape, and we're like, hey, my mom's like, next day my mom's like, hey, Kira, Comedy Chateau is having Sunday auditions for stand-up comedians. You want to go? And I'm like, sure. So we put up a little thing, and then we went. I got a Sunday show, and then I went, performed. I had a lot of fun. You were like, I want to do this. And so I actually just performed the other night.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
That was a lot of fun, and yeah.
Cool. So are you constantly performing comedy? I don't know, like some people I know, like they do they try to get up on stage every night or something. I don't know what your process is though.
I'm not doing it all the time, mostly on like Sundays. I think I'm going to be doing a Saturday or Friday show very soon.
Cool.
But I mostly go to the Comedy Chateau on Sundays to like practice new little bits and like, work them, because it's just a lot of fun. And then you also get to see a ton of other comedians go try out their jokes. Like apparently Kevin Hart goes there sometimes. So
yeah.
I hope we run into him there sometimes too.
Yeah. You have to look down at him.
Yeah. And then that's where I sometimes, go get booked for a show, and I just have a lot of fun with it.
That's cool. Is there like a specific topic that you like to discuss on stage?
Pretty much anything.
Yeah.
My thing the other night was basically all about anxiety as a teenager. And actually, AJ, he gave me a little thing. He's like, go grab a Starbucks thing and come back and use that as a prop on stage. So I ended up getting a Red Bull, and like I just drank them on stage and then did my thing. Because like he's like, you have such high energy on stage. I'm always telling you to stay out of Starbucks. Go get it. And I'm like, okay.
Wow. So you went double, and you doubled down. You're like, I'm amped. I'm gonna get more amped. You're like, I'm gonna explode on stage.
I'm gonna get more anxiety on stage and do this.
Yo, if you can't beat them, no, that's awesome. So you said you're also an influencer.
Yes.
What does that entail? Like, what does that even mean? Really, I'm not even certain.
Well, I mean, I'm actually not sure myself. I just kind of...
People have labeled you that, and you're like, I guess so.
I just have an Instagram. Like, I used to model for a cheer company when I was doing competitive cheerleading called Rebel.
Cool.
And they're like, you need to have an Instagram. We didn't even know what that was. So my mom's like, okay. So we got an Instagram, and then we started posting, and I ended up getting a following. Now, I don't do Rebel anymore, but I still do post on my Instagram, just like little reels and stuff, kind of just whatever I want to post.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun. I get like some brand deals, like Miniso. I love Miniso. I worked with them several times. I'm going to a store opening later this month in Santa Monica.
Ooh.
So that's really cool because I get to find out about all these different places like Miniso.
Yeah, Miniso. This is a plug. I don't even know what Miniso is. What is
it's a store, and
Oh.
whenever I go there, I tend to mostly buy a few $100s in plushies.
Miniso,
Awesome.
come through with some plushies, please. No, that's cool. Ooh, okay, sorry about that. The train gets a little rough sometimes. What was I gonna ask? With social media. So you said that you're an influencer. Is that mostly through Instagram, or is that like, do you have other platforms that you're on as well, like YouTube? Or?
It's mostly on Instagram,
Yes.
but I do have a YouTube.
Okay, cool. But it seems like you focus mostly on
Mostly
Instagram.
on Instagram, yeah. YouTube's just kind of like, I'll go live on there, like post a video for fun if I
Cool.
want. Like when we go to Fright Fest or Halloween Horror Nights, I'll be like, you know what, let's film a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Cool.
Instagram's definitely more something I do every day.
Nice. How many followers do you have?
About 300 and something K on Instagram, and then I
Wow.
think 3,000 and something on YouTube.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Does it seem like a lot?
Yeah, actually, I'm really surprised that we even got to that point. Like, we never really had a goal for
Yeah.
my Instagram following.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's been a lot of work, and like, we had my Instagram for such a long time that
Yeah.
it came to this, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, that's really cool. So do you know like what things your audience likes to see most? Like, are you that like keyed into the audience, or are you just more like, I like making this, so I'm just gonna keep making this?
Yeah. We mostly post like little dance reels that are like mostly trending. Like,
Oh, that would make sense.
Um,
Being a cheerleader and coming from that
yeah.
background, obviously, yeah.
before, like,
Mm.
my Instagram used to be a cheerleading account. So at this point, people are like,
Mm.
you want to see someone who don't have their life together? Let's go see what Kelly Kira's doing.
Fair.
And we mostly like film reels now. Like before this, we filmed one for Eminem's new song.
Ooh.
Uh,
Well, that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
we kind of just like, I felt like we go scroll on TikTok and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is here. I like that. Let's go film it.
Nice.
Just kind of.
Yeah.
But people definitely are very confused at this point.
So I don't really know a lot of like cheerleaders or former cheerleaders, but like from what I understand, it can be pretty rough on the body. Like, do you suffer from injuries from your athletic life?
Well, actually, I broke my vertebrae from trying to learn how to do a back handspring and tumbling on my head. And even after that, I still decided to tumble, even though I was told not to. So,
Wow.
I also do still sometimes have some wrist pains when I tumble because I used to do this all the time, and I learned to do this. You're supposed to do this, but this is acceptable.
Okay.
This is better. So sometimes my wrist hurts or like my ankle because I sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
But they also have you do a lot of conditioning and competitive cheer.
Yeah.
Like when I used to go to California All-Star Bullets,
Mm.
we had us do bears and bunnies all across all the floors
Mm.
and backwards. But in the end, it was super worth it because we ended up winning 2 national cheer rings.
Hey. Whoa. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's cool. It's quite an achievement.
I loved my team there so much. It was so much fun. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite cheer gyms.
Are you keyed into the cheer world? Like,
Yeah.
you follow like who's winning what and who's placing where and stuff? That's cool.
There was a cheer show on Netflix called Cheer, and that was like one of my favorite cheer shows. I love Navarro cheer so much, and I love seeing them like their routine. Their song, like their cheer song, is also
Yeah.
really fun too.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Is your audience like? Do they like you talking about like cheer stuff? Is that like a thing that they come to you for, or is that a thing that you even do?
Probably most of them because, like I
Yeah.
said, my Instagram used to be a cheer Instagram, and now it's all over the place. But yeah,
Cool.
I think whenever I film videos, where like I tumble and like I just post them on my story. I think some people like that because, you know, I still do tumble. Like when I go to like a trampoline park, I still do like back tucks and stuff.
You know, as you do when you go to a trampoline park. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to mosey on over to one every afternoon and do some backflips, you know? Cool. Yeah, so can you talk a little bit about the interactions that you're having on social media? Like, has anything been like troubling, or have there been any issues that you've had to deal with?
Not really.
No.
There are some haters.
Haters.
I normally, like, I leave their comments because they're just like, they're giving me more, like, they're putting me more out there for other people to see. And it's just like, thanks for helping me.
Yeah.
But I love my followers. A lot of them are really nice. And, you know, I love reading comments because most of them are really, really sweet. And I don't really get that much hate. I will say I do still get a lot of hate because as you do when you post on social media, you're putting yourself out into the public eye. So it's kind of expected. But once you learn to kind of just like block them out and not really listen to what they have to say, then you normally just focus on the positive stuff and you're like, it gets better, and you're like, I just love doing this. You just gotta enjoy it.
Yeah. Do you think that like that mindset comes from, where do you think that mindset comes from? Because I think a lot of people, they struggle with that. Like negative comments on social media can be like really devastating for a lot of people, you know, but you have a way of just like putting that aside and be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like,
honestly, I've always, like ever since I was little, I've always been good at not really listening to what people have to say. Like, I think I remember my mom telling me that I used to actually, like, when people used to bully my brother, when we went to public school, I actually used to fight with high schoolers verbally. And so I think I've just always been really good at not taking like all the negative energy and just like mostly taking the positive energy. And also sometimes some of the comments can actually be really funny. Like I posted a photo where I was like covered in snakes because of a film I had to do in Louisiana. And reading all the comments there, like even some of the hate comments, they were just hilarious, and I like to laugh at those sometimes.
Oh man, wow. Cool. What was it like having snakes all over you?
I love snakes so much. I've been begging my mom for one for 5 years, and so I was so happy, and I'm forever thankful for that job.
That's cool.
It was like being on a yacht in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, I mean, you know, me and on our audience, we have that experience all the time, being on yachts in the middle of the ocean. So I know what you mean. No, that's cool. That's really cool. Are they cold to the touch?
Not really.
No?
I will say the ones we had to work with were tropical ones. So I actually ended up getting a day off because we had to push a day back because it was like too cold for them one day.
Oh.
It was really cold in Louisiana, but I loved it for some reason.
Yeah.
So when we filmed, it also started raining, but that was fine. So they weren't cold, and they weren't like slimy or anything. They just they were kind of chill. Like you got to when you like pet them, you could kind of like feel like some of the scales a bit.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, they were just like, you're just like chill.
They're just chill,
Awesome.
yeah. I keep seeing like these videos of like these weird nature people that are just like, oh, I'm finding a snake and I'm picking it up. And I'm like, well, I guess they are chill. I don't know.
I was so nervous picking up a snake. I was asking all these questions. I'm like, is it okay if I just like pick it up? And he's like, yeah, I'll show you. Like, you just got to pick it up, hold it. Just like, don't like hold it too close to its head.
Yeah.
I was being so careful with it.
Yeah.
And
Well, you made a buddy. Well, I hope you get your snake at some point, you know?
I will.
But maybe not to terrify your parents.
My house will become a zoo. We'll have every animal inside my house.
I will not be visiting, but I'll be very happy for you. Considering, like, how old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13?
Yep.
Okay. How long have you been on social media?
Few years.
Few years.
I think maybe 3 years, maybe
okay.
4.
Cool.
I'm not really sure.
Cool.
Around
Cool. Do you think like there's a certain age limit? Like there should like under a certain age you shouldn't be able to access social media, or what's your concept of that?
I think really it depends.
Yeah.
Like my little sister is 8 and she has a social media, like an Instagram, but it's a private account. So I think that's fine. Like she doesn't like, I don't think she even has any of her friends following her. So like, I think her account's fine.
Yeah.
I think when you're 13, it's probably mostly okay. Like again, if you like want private account, but that's really all up to the parents, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it's good to not shelter your kids from a lot of stuff because, you know, then they wouldn't be prepared for the real world
Yeah.
or like what it's really like putting yourself out there on the social media platform. But it's really up to the parents. I say 13 is a fine age to, you know, just have a public account on social media if you really want to try and be an influencer or if you just want to do it for fun.
Sure.
But younger, probably a private account.
Yeah.
Like just to watch videos.
So what do you think it is about social media that makes it detrimental for younger people?
I think really just the amount of hate and the toxic side of it that can make it really bad. But like I said, it's going to be a mix. You might get a lot of positive. You might get a lot of hate. You might get a mix.
Yeah.
But you can never really know until you put yourself out there. So it's really just the hate side that can make it really difficult because that's putting it into your mental mind and your brain can sometimes like start overthinking and like all that stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that like nowadays there's like an impulse, I guess, among society to only put forth like the best versions of ourselves on social media. And like, you know, so like if you're following like people, most of the time, you know, you're only going to see like exactly what they want you to see and stuff. Do you think like the idea that like you always have to be like at a certain like level of like perfection or beauty or a certain standard, do you think that is at all like something that social media perpetuates or can be harmful? Like, let's ask perpetuates. Do you think that is something that is perpetuated through social media?
I think a lot of like the famous influencers are like picture perfect, like the kind of person you want to see. But personally, it really depends on what you like. Like I personally like a lot of people who are just being themselves. Like like stand-up comedians. I always think the comedians who are like a little weird, who like never really fit in school, are always the funniest to me.
Oh yeah.
Like even the influencers, a lot of them are always the funniest to me. Like Spencer, I love Spencer on TikTok. He's so funny. He's literally just himself. And I think as long as you're like being yourself, but like not in like a super kind of weird way, is one of the best things you can do. But it really again depends on what you like. I do think like when you start watching TikTok, you see a lot of like picture perfect people, like the stuff that like normally people do want to see, or like the trending stuff. But you know, like with time, you'll like find all the like kind of weird people who are like never really fit in school, or like a lot of like funny content, like Spencer. And you'll kind of just like get a vibe of what you like.
Yeah. I know, I'm with you. I think like there is like a certain amount of like the people that are authentic that I find anyways, I feel like there's a certain amount of self-reflection that they offer. And I don't know what it is, but I do see like certain people that they have like a very well manicured persona that they put out there. And they do have like lots of followers, and often a lot of their followers are like very young, you know? And like that kind of worries me a little, but I don't really know, because I feel like there are people like you that seems like you have an easy way of distinguishing between someone that's being sincere and someone that's not. Yeah.
There's always going to be like, there's like kind of like Batman. There's like
the
best way of putting it. There's going to be like Bruce Wayne and Batman. I know some people don't do that, like they're just themselves and that's how they are in real life. I know one YouTuber who is like that and she's super, super nice. Love her. But again, it really depends on the person. I will say a lot of like the most famous people are kind of like, they do put on a character and like that's fine, you know, like
Sure.
you don't have to put your normal self out there if you really don't want to.
Sure.
It's just up to the person. It's like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, cool. And then, I don't know, what are the things that you love about social media? Like, is there, yeah, tell me the good stuff.
I love all the different kinds of content there are.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun because there's a lot of like, I love, for some reason, like when I'm on TikTok, I love memes.
Memes are the
I
best.
also adore silly cat videos. Like me and my friends spam each other with a bunch of random cat videos
Oh, yeah.
for no reason. That's
They're
just
good.
one of them.
They're good for the soul. Yeah.
And otters. I love otters, so I watch a lot of otter videos and
Oh.
sharks.
Ooh.
A lot of like stuff of like my favorite TV shows, a lot of like filmmaking stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or like the producers of Coraline, the production
Oh,
company
yeah.
for Coraline.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
Coraline,
their
so
stuff's
I
so
follow
good.
them.
Oh, what's that company's name? I can't remember now. I don't know. Everything they make is amazing, though. Like
Yeah.
all the stop motion stuff is so good. Yeah.
It's so brilliant.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Ah,
God, it's undescribable. I
yeah.
just,
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Leica, isn't that it?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it Leica? Yeah, it is Leica. Yeah. Shouts to Leica. Yo, what's up?
I like when people overwhelm people with like positive stuff, like cosplaying.
Yeah.
I do cosplaying sometimes.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So I follow a lot of cosplayers, and I love when people like support like starter cosplayers as well.
Yeah, that's a good
Because,
community.
Yeah, it's like everyone's just so nice in the community, and I love it so much. Cause like you can like look in the comments, and you'll see like a ton
Oh,
of
yeah.
positive comments.
Oh, yeah.
And I just like I love that side of social media where people are just like so like positive energy, and they're like
Yeah. No,
like if someone's having a bad day, like they can look on their like content for those people and be like, look at all these positive comments. It's like,
have you been to Comic-Con?
not yet, but I do really want to go.
Nice. Who have you cosplayed?
Let's see, I have Owl House cosplays that I'm working on.
Well, I don't know it.
Owl House
I'm old.
Owl House is a Disney show.
Oh, okay.
And my brother actually introduced it to me.
Yeah.
And I have been obsessed with it.
Mm.
And I'm so happy because I got into it like towards like the end of season 2, like
Cool.
towards the finale of the show.
Sure.
I was watching the finale and I cried. So
Aw.
it's
So
like
it's good.
It's really, really good. And the main character is Luz. She's so relatable. One of the best main characters ever.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my brother wanted to go to the cafe collab. They had a cafe collab.
What? Oh, I love when they do that stuff. The little
Yeah.
pop-ups. Oh, those are the best.
They are.
Cool. I need to look into this anime now, or this show now. You know what I mean. Cosplay is very difficult.
Oh yeah. There's like, I'm like so like I'm still a starter, so I'm still like finding a bunch of stuff out. But the people who hand make their cosplays, and they look almost exactly identical to the character is
It's bonkers.
bizarre to me.
Oh, it's bonkers.
It's like brilliant. It's like I hope you won this contest.
The levels of detail, like especially like I like when they do like the EVA foam stuff, but like the best for me, the most impressive for me is the stitching. Like if they have something that has very intricate stitching and it's got layers and levels to like the costume, if they can do that well, it's like a magic trick.
Oh my god, I saw someone who made, I don't remember the name of the figure, but it was a Miku figure, Hatsune
Okay.
Miku. And it was a very like difficult thing, like I didn't think anyone could cosplay it. They somehow made the wig
Yo.
and made the outfit. It was just
Oh, the wigs too. Oh my god! Like I just watched a mini doc about a lady that does cosplay wigs, and she charges up to like $4,000 for a wig. And then you see the wigs that she makes, and you're like, oh my god, how do you even do that?
it's super impressive, and it's like
so much
it's
work.
really hard to do. It's like it's like a true talent and like a hobby. Like I'm surprised people aren't getting paid for cosplays. Sometimes, like,
It's such an expensive hobby. Like some of those, anyways, we can go on and on. Cool. Do you find that you can easily have like connections through social media? Like, yeah. Do you make new connections, or do you just maintain connections?
Well, I know I'm not really sure about making connections like through people's posts,
Yeah, it's
but I do
difficult.
know a lot of films I've done have found me on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like I filmed something called Home of the Brave. It was based off a book that Ezra, brilliant writer, an amazing writer actually.
Yeah.
They were filming a pilot, and I was very lucky to get the audition for Billy Atkins. Super fun to play. And we had a little Instagram group chat where we were like just texting stuff. We also used Band, but Instagram is where like we would ask questions about like where we're filming or like what they wanted us to bring, how the makeup should look.
Cool.
Like definitely I have contact with like keeping connections, following people on Instagram. Very important whenever I'm on set or like anything. I always follow everybody. And even in my actors conservatory, I followed all my teachers, like Matty Yun. I followed him because I just loved his class so much. I loved working on camera, and I wanted to see what he was doing. So that's also a good way to keep up with connections.
Oh, I feel like it's almost, I don't know how I could be in the industry and not have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I've made so many connections through Instagram, so I totally get what you mean. Yeah. It can be super helpful.
It can actually, because then also like, it's really good because that's how a lot of people like. I remember for an audition, they looked at my Instagram after, and they're like, "Yeah, we looked at your Instagram when I was on set," and I'm like, that's when I kind of realized how important Instagram is.
It's so important.
Because that's how you get auditions. That's what people check when they think about booking you for stuff.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah. And like half of it is like they kind of just want to see like what if you're just like a regular person, if you're not like some weirdo, like because there's a lot of weirdos, like it's just life, and working on a set for like 8 to 12 hours a day is very stressful. Oh man. Cool. So do you have any goals, like if you see yourself 5 years from now, do you have like a 5-year goal?
My 5-year goal is to book a series regular.
Ooh.
I want to start making my own films. I have some films already in mind that I'm currently working on a script for. And I also have future films that are very high budget that I am going to save up for because those are something I really want to make.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to book a horror movie. I really want to be in one of Tim Burton's movies. I don't care what part it is. Just, I love him so much. He's brilliant, and I just want to be booked in like a horror movie. I want to have a comedy special because, like I said, I've been doing comedy, and
Nice. So, do you have any plans in place to achieve these goals of the Tim Burton booking, the series regular, the feature film, the horror film, and the comedy special? Right? Did I get them all?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Tim Burton's very hard.
Yeah.
He doesn't normally send out auditions for that, so.
You're not gonna stalk him? I mean, come on, you can at least try.
I'll try. I think I'm definitely gonna try and book something kind of in his vibe. Anything. I will make my own film if I have to.
I think if you book like a horror film.
A horror film, I know.
Yeah.
His vibe, like when you definitely get a sense of his vibe, you
Yeah.
know what he kind of looks for.
It is a good idea though to think to just make something like that. That is kind of a hack. That's the only secret in Hollywood, Like really it's the only way you can get somewhere nowadays is if you show them that you can do something pretty cool, Yeah.
And then for the comedy special, I think I'm just gonna keep performing at the Comedy Chateau. Just keep having fun with it.
Yeah.
I remember Amanda Bynes, producer, saw her, and she got booked on
Is that
the Amanda
how that
show.
happened? I don't know nothing
I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure,
That's cool.
There's only one tape. There's like only one video on YouTube I could find of her doing stand-up. And all the rest are like little skits she has.
Wow.
So I'm definitely just gonna keep performing and hope someone discovers me there.
Yeah.
And keep writing jokes, keep having fun with it.
Nice.
For my films, I'm just gonna keep saving up for them, and because I'm gonna keep getting as much advice as I can from people, keep getting like their wiseness and their dollars, all that stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
And just put all of that information I have into making it, so that way it can be possibly one of the best films I can make.
Yeah.
Because making your own films is definitely a learning experience. Like, you never really know how the first film you make is really going to turn out.
Mm-hmm. You don't. To be fair, you don't know how any of them are going to turn out. Like, none of them are what you think. But yes, continue. Sorry.
So I'm just gonna keep doing that. Just keep having fun with it. Keep writing. Keep making. Keep creating. And, yeah.
That's beautiful.
For booking a horror film, I'm going to keep taking any acting advice I get, and I'm going to keep auditioning. I'm going to keep watching all the horror films that I want to, like, the kind I want to be in someday. I will keep looking at the acting and, like, all the camera work again and put that into me. I'm going to study scripts anytime I get a horror audition because that's important. That's how you can apply that to your acting to be the best acting you can do.
Oh, yeah.
And hope I book it.
Yeah, very cool. Great. All right. So, just answer as quickly and as honestly as you can, all right? So, you're on a boat, and you're just minding your own business, and then you see someone is actively putting a hole into the boat, which could be very dangerous. What do you do?
I jump out of the boat and swim. I go with the fishes. I go with the sharks.
What if there's other people on the boat?
Set the boat on fire. Like, oh my god, like, jump. What are you doing, guys? Jump off. Set the boat on fire.
Okay. Well, cool. I mean, that's an interesting approach. You're like, hey, we're going down. We got to make it quick. I don't want to suck. Wow.
Cockroaches on the boat.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
Cockroaches? Oh my god. So you're cool, like having snakes all over you. Tarantulas you're cool with too?
I got to hold a tarantula for 5
But it's
days.
cockroaches that freak you out? They don't even bite. Well, I mean, they'll probably nibble at you if you're dead, and decomposing, but they're not like that.
I saw a baby cockroach crawling on me this morning, and I will not go in my room for 5 weeks.
That's understandable. Like, yeah, once you see them and you're like, and then they're there, it's like, it's a psychological battle at that point. They're in your head now.
If I see one cockroach in my room,
yeah,
I will set my house on fire. I don't care. That's the only way to kill them.
Oh, man. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But if we hear about a house fire, we'll know what happened. So a twist on the same question then, right? So now you're not on that boat, but someone is still putting a hole in that boat, and all of your enemies are on that boat. What do you do now?
Well, I would yell at them to jump off, and if they misheard me, set the boat on fire.
I like how you went to set the boat on fire both times. Listen,
if they don't jump off.
I applaud your consistency. No, that's cool. That's cool. Do you believe aliens are real?
I think anything is real. I think the Kraken is real. And so I believe aliens are real, and I will fly to Mars and do that.
Is that the Martian dance? Is that the
Yes.
dance of the Martian people?
Yes.
Right there. All right. Cool.
I will take them home with me, and then we can set a boat on fire.
Listen, as long as we stay on theme, I'm happy. All right. Cool.
I love aliens. They're real. They're real.
Yeah.
They definitely are.
I think that, no joke, 100%, like, they exist. But do you think that they're here on Earth? Or have they been here?
I think they have the power to shapeshift, and they are hiding among us, like Among Us.
Cool.
Aliens.
Cool. Are you an alien?
I'm a cockroach.
No.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm less scared of cockroaches, so it's cool.
Aliens. I wonder if they have, like, those laser guns that are in movies, like Invader Sim.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. There's like a, I don't know if you've seen or read Invincible.
No.
It's a animated show and a comic book. There's a character in it that has like a alien ray gun that is unstoppable, and it just goes through anything it shoots. And so like literally if he shoots like one blast, it'll just keep flying through the cosmos forever and just blasting through anything it touches.
That would be so cool though. Like
kind of
imagine
insane,
having
yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Like
There are particles like that are flying through the universe that could technically just like rip through anything, you know? I mean, right now there's like neutrinos and muons and all these like small things flying through us, and we don't even feel them, you know? But anyways, okay, so just answer quick. Mother or father?
my dad left for milk.
So is mother the answer? Okay, cool. Boy or girl?
They them.
They, okay, all right. Music or movie?
Music.
Music. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, do you even know these people? David Bowie or Madonna?
David Bowie!
Oh, wow, okay, cool. You do know David Bowie, that's cool. I don't know what young people know. He's been dead for like, what, 3-4 years now?
I love him
5
in
years?
Labyrinth. Oh my god, wait, that was like,
Yeah, that was
that
David
was
Bowie.
that was I was thinking that's gonna be such a hard question because I love both so
Yeah,
much.
they're both incredible, but that's cool. Good answer. Lady Gaga or Miley Cyrus?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. All right, cool. Michael Jackson or Billie Eilish?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, word. Okay, cool. Cher or Whitney Houston?
Cher.
Cher. Okay. Mariah Carey or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Adele or Justin Bieber?
Just.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I was gonna
actually.
hit someone's Tesla Cybertruck, so I thought it was Justin Bieber one time. I was forced to sit in the back seat with the child safety locks on the windows and doors.
Well, I'm glad everyone ended up being safe. Oh, man. If, I know this is slightly morbid, but we're going to go there. If you had 1 hour left to live, what would you choose to do before the end?
Probably just stay with my friends and family. Maybe finish editing a film I wanted to do. And just accept that I had a long life and that, you know, I had a happy life. I got to do probably all stuff that I wanted to do, all my goals. I got to do comedy and just have fun and have like all my amazing friends and all my family to support me. I got to make films and all of that. I got to do comedy and then just go out knowing that.
Wow. That was great. You went directly to what is the thing that I'm passionate about and who do I want to be around? And then you went into, oh man, I lost my train of thought already as I was thinking about how good your answer was. No, because you're like, I want to do the thing, I want to be around my friends and family, you said. I want to finish editing a project. And then you went directly into gratitude about like considering all the things that you're grateful for life. Honestly, I think like that right there is a recipe for, you know, having a great day every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we only get one life, you know. If there is such thing as reincarnation, then I mean we get a second one, but it probably won't be like this one we have now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean the best thing you can do is like live every day like it's your last day.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do what you want to do for that last hour, that last day that you have. You know, because once you're gone, and you won't be able to see stuff like your dog, or your friends, your family, finish that little assignment you had or anything. And the best thing you can do is to do something you're passionate about and hang around the people you like, and then just go out knowing that you did that and just hope that your next life is a good one.
No, that's great. That's great. That's beautiful. Cool. All right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to promote or shout out, or the floor is yours? Take it away.
Make sure you guys follow my Instagram, Cali.Kira. I also have a YouTube, also Cali.Kira, and stay away from cockroaches.
But embrace the snakes.
Embrace the snakes and tarantulas.
There you go. Yeah, they're good. They're friends. They're good friends.
They're friend-shaped.
Yeah.
They're friend-shaped. They're like coyotes.
There you
Coyotes
go.
look like my dog.
They do. Coyotes are the best. Cool. Well, Kira, thank you so much for riding the train with me. I really appreciate it. It's been very fun. And we'll see you guys next time on Train Talk.